Welcome everybody back to MaxspeedTV. This time, the RB Custom Rigs Xfinity Series, Round 1, starting of Season 17, here at Daytona, presented by MaxspeedTV. Of course, myself, Joshua Medlock, up here, alongside again with us this season, Ryan Branshaw. Ryan, hey, it's been about a month and a half, 2 months since we've got racing and been up here together, man. Glad to have you back for what I think is going to be another awesome season for these Xfinity guys.
Yeah, for sure, and it all starts tonight at Daytona International Speedway, the world center of racing, and hey, it's this race and 14 more, and we'll have ourselves a champion.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, the defending champion, G.T. Hawkins, back in action again here tonight. Actually, he won the Xfinity and I believe the Cup Series last season, so he is looking to go back-to-back in both series, but he's got a lot of competition, Ron. A lot of new drivers coming in, a lot of drivers moving up from the trucks, so competition's going to be pretty stiff out there.
Oh, absolutely, and I mean, I'm looking at the entry list now, Jacob Manning in the 1 car, Timothy Zayas in the 2 car, John Domino in the 5 car. That's 3 of the first 4 drivers I saw are new drivers, and we haven't seen these guys yet. I'm excited to see what they can do out on the track and what they can bring to our defending champ, GT Hawkins.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I actually have the driver list here for the Xfinity Series per team. Now they might have more out there on the track. I didn't allude to this, the previous races because I didn't have access to it as of yet, but I do now. But they may have more drivers out here running in an independent style, still part of the team, but in an independent format. So technically they would still be teammates. So I do have looks like 5 teams that we have: JW Racing, GT Motorsports, Jacob Bell Racing, Primetime, and Samson. I do have the 3 drivers for the Xfinity Series, and we'll go over more of those here in just a little bit, Ryan. So we'll get to know actually some more of the drivers here tonight. But what do you say we go ahead and start here with the pre-race analytics here? Of course, it is a afternoon race, I do believe. Looks like it's night time to me. But anyway,
yeah.
Air temp of 68. It looks like it is partly cloudy. A track temp of 70. 100 laps here tonight, 250 miles. Tires are on, not going to play any factor here with these cars. I think it's going to be more of a fuel if we can get some long green flag runs. 32 to 38 laps roughly. Does that sound about right? Nobody ever told me, so...
Depends if you're up front leading a line or if you're behind people. I mean, the draft, well, I'm sure we'll get into this, but the draft is super important, and the hole in the air can save you laps and laps of fuel.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Getting into the drafts, you can save some fuel being out front. Not a whole lot of saving that you can do. Gruesome 60-mile-an-hour pit road speed here, and I say gruesome because it's a make it or break it here at Daytona. Got to be very careful coming down pit road. We've got a pace speed of 80 miles an hour, so a pretty good pace speed here, but, I think here at Daytona it should be like 110 or something.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's brutal. Pace laps here are absolutely brutal, but I know these guys put on a show last season. Hopefully they can put on a show this season, mainly with green flag runs.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Of course, we've got everybody still out here tearing it up side by side. I've even seen some 3 wide out here, so we might even see that tonight. A lot more 3 wide than what we've seen in the past. Darren Bruce in second, GT Hawkins right now in third. They're all coming down pit road. 30.5 minutes. Well, Ryan, if you had to pick somebody tonight, who would it be?
This race is an absolute wild card, and I couldn't tell you. I might as well just put a name in the hat and pull it out, or just put it in a random number generator, and we'll get our winner. But tonight, one of the new drivers here tonight is Jim Duda. It looks like he is sitting on pit road right now, but he's going to be my pick tonight.
Jim Duda, yep, one of the new guys coming in this season. Currently running in 5th here in practice. You know, I don't know who I would pick. You know, I'm leaning more toward the number 8. Currently running in 14th right now, Rafe Slate. I've heard that name before, and I know he's a pretty good driver. So if I had to pick somebody, I'd pick a new guy in Rafe Slate here.
And like we said, you might as well just put names in a hat, pull one out, and that's your pick. But hey, it should be a wild one, and hopefully one of these drivers will start the season off on the right foot.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, we're coming down to 2 minutes left here in practice. Qualifying will be coming up next, but first we're going to be stepping away here, playing the national anthem provided by Madison Rising. Don't go anywhere, folks. Qualifying will be underway when we come back.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket train, the bomb busting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the frame, you're the home of the brave.
Alrighty, folks, qualifying underway here tonight. Time starting to roll in already. Gary May right now in the 10 primetime machine up front. David Elliott in second. David Weishart, a battle of the Davids right here, second and third. Aaron Bruce fourth, Zach Willard fifth. But this is just one lap, Ryan. They get 2 laps that they run. You know that, but they have to do it in 5 minutes.
Yeah, and usually strategy's got to be to start on the outside, drop your way down to the inside, and just run through there. But yeah, those 2 laps are very valuable. The smallest mistake, and you've pretty much punched your ticket to the back of the field. But I mean, it'll be interesting to see who stays in the back and who tries to take that pole.
Well, it was GT, it was Zach, it was Darren, it was Gary.
Yep. But yeah, tapping that wall will kill your lap time, especially running up close to it, because that's what you got to do here to get a fast lap. And,
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's
Go ahead.
It's more difficult than you'd think.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, Brian Wasserman still sporting the Dulsakis 77, but he's running a different color there, Ryan.
Let's try to find him here.
Back in 19th right now.
19th.
Now 20th.
Now 20th. Well, we're just gonna play musical chairs until I find him.
And now he is going to be done with his lap, so you're not going to be able to get on him. You'd have to rewind it there. But, of course, qualifying, James Bitford, a newcomer, up front here in the number 25. Ryan Goodell, second. Thwaites currently third. Boy, we've got some movers here. Boy, it looks like pretty much everybody is going to qualify here tonight, except for it looks like 2 right now. Paul Henley, Ryan Swan. They may be standby drivers. No, they're not. Paul Henley, driver in the number 29, drives for Jacob Bell Racing as one of the points drivers. Ryan Swan, it looks like, is not a points driver for Jacob Bell, but he is part of the Ryan Swan. I'm trying to find him here. Of course, qualifying is over. They're going to get in the warm-up here. Our pole sitter is going to be here tonight. Let me pull up the grid. Rafa Slate coming in tonight, grabbing the pole. Let me find Rafe Slate here real quick. We'll get him up here real quickly. We will not keep him, but I do want to interview him. If he is even in TeamSpeak. There he is, right there. All right, let's go and drag him up here real quick. Rafe Slate, bud, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you're going to grab the first pole of the Xfinity Series here, starting with Daytona. How do you feel about the track?
I feel like that's pretty good right now. Didn't really notice much, anything funny going on in practice, and it felt good in qualifying. Feel like we got a good car, and I got a couple things, and they seem to have worked to get the momentum and the top speed up, and I'm excited. I'm ready to go.
Well, Rafe, driving for Jacob Bell Racing this season. We won't keep you any longer because, you know, they're going to get into the driver's meeting, and I do believe you are new to Extreme. Am I correct?
I am. I spotted for Elvis Rankin last year in the truck series, so I'm not super new. I did some of the super late model season. Yeah, Elvis did really good that year, and I ran 2 races with Jacob and Kyle. I ran Indy and Charlotte, but my Charlotte race was over about 12 laps in. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident. I like the league. It seems like it's a good bunch of drivers.
All righty, Rafe, we're going to let you get down to the drivers' meeting, man. Good luck out there tonight. 100 laps here this evening.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Good luck, Rafe.
All right, we'll get him back down there. Don't want to keep him any longer than we have to. No points to go down, of course. We don't have any points just yet. Now I do have the team points here, though. I guess we could kind of go ahead and go over those. Now I will send you those points for the team points, Orion, after the race here tonight. Okay.
All right.
You will have them for next week, but we're going to go ahead and kind of run through those. We'll start down here in the ARCA, and it doesn't look like those have been updated just yet, so I guess we'll go ahead and start here with the Truck Series points for the team points overall. Jacob Bell Racing in the top spot, 74. Primetime second, 73. JW Racing in third, 60. GT Motorsports fourth and 56. Samson Motorsports in fifth with 38. So only 5 teams. That is the points as of right now. Now you get up to the total. We don't have any Xfinity. Okay, is this right? Seeing points in the Xfinity Series points, but we haven't even raced yet, so I'm a little confused on that. All right, well, the overall, we'll just go with the overall here. All right, this is backwards. I'm gonna have to get with the guys on this because this is confusing to me. So, looks like a little backwards there on that. But anyway. All right, let's check out who we got in chat here. We got my brother, Brennan Kennedy. We got Brandon Mitchell here specifically to see Desolate on the 29 car. All right, well, glad to see you out there. Glad to see everybody hanging out here tonight. Well, Ryan Daytona draft in the Xfinity cars with the new package has kind of picked up a little bit, so a lot of draft can happen. Cup cars, not so much. We'll get more into that later on for tomorrow night, but well, what do you expect here tonight? I mean, we don't have a huge field, but it's big enough.
It is big enough, and I think I know what you're kind of hitting at or getting at there, and I think it's the big one. The big one, obviously, it's going to be inevitable. If we get through this race without a big one, I will be quite surprised. And yeah, but it's going to happen somewhere, and it's going to take out a lot of cars. And there's going to be a lot of hurt feelings afterwards because. I mean, it's Daytona. Everybody has a set chance to win, and when that chance is taken from you because of somebody else or your own fault, then it's frustrating. But we'll definitely see some close racing, maybe some 3 wide. Hopefully, not too early. But when it gets down to crunch time, they're definitely going to be going for it here tonight.
Oh, yeah. Well, the past 2 nights, Ryan, for the ARCA and the trucks, I mean, when we got down to the nitty-gritty, I mean, them drivers, they were just going at it. And I think last night we even seen a little bit of 4 or 5 wide action there at the end of the race.
Yeah.
It got wild for sure. And I think tonight it's going to be no different than what we've seen the past 2 nights. Yeah, they are going to be pulling, 10 more laps from yesterday, 20 more laps from Monday. But this is one of the top-tier series for Extreme. I mean, they're just right before the Rick Cup Series tomorrow night. They're going to unload here at Daytona. So, these guys should know how to handle this car.
Absolutely. And, I mean, there's a reason it's 10 more laps than last night and 20 more laps than the night before that. It's just because these drivers can handle 100 laps at Daytona. It's going to be certainly a long race, and honestly, these guys have to be there at the end.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You got to be there at the end. You got to take care of your car. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get to my shout-outs here real quick. Ryan, of course, a big shout-out to you again as well for joining us again this season for the Xfinity Series. Scott Ramler, Jake Bustos, and they are needing some help for another admin here, it looks like, for the Xfinity Series. So a big shout-out to Scott and Jake for coming on board adminning the Xfinity Series this season. Of course, a big shout out to Rick Bell for RB Custom Rigs. He builds computers, so if you're in the market for a computer or you're in the market for upgrades or whatever, hit him up. He'll hook you up definitely. He knows his stuff. He hooked me up with some help, of course, with a 1660 Super, a graphics card, and I love it. I love every bit of it. So he knows what graphics card is needed within budget. So a big shout out to him. Of course, Rick Donathan putting on an awesome league over here at Extreme, from the late models Sunday nights all the way up to, of course, the Cup Series on Thursday nights. And I think, like I said, going back to what I said before, Ryan, getting back to the race here tonight, I don't think it's going to be any different. There is a lot of banking here, but it's more about the draft. And we can go all night long about the draft.
Oh, absolutely, and it's your friend. It's your best friend. If you lose the draft, you lose all hope of winning this race. I mean, it's what keeps these cars going, however fast they're going, and it's learning to use the draft at a super speedway. You'll find yourself at the front. I mean, just getting your runs at the perfect times and setting up your moves, and it's just super speedway racing is just its own breed. It may look like just keeping the pedal on the floor and turning left, but it's a lot more intricate than that.
Oh yeah, it is. I mean, you got to be aware of your surroundings at all times, because 1 minute you might be in a pack of 2, 3, 4 cars. The next minute you're in a pack of 70, 80 cars. Just
exactly
figurative speech.
Yep.
But I mean, there you could be surrounded by vehicles. So it's very important to know your surroundings at a track like Daytona. Talladega the same way. Super Speedway. And I think even Michigan and Auto Club could even be the same way as well, even though they're not super speedways. The draft on those two tracks play the same factor in a sense as it does at Daytona Talladega. It's not as bad, but you understand what I'm saying.
Oh, absolutely, and I mean with this package too as well. On these cars, it's a big thing at Auto Club and Michigan, especially in the truck series as well. But yeah, absolutely, the draft here is what makes Daytona Daytona.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now we're going to allude on to the next package here. Of course, we got the Cup Series tomorrow night. The Cup package totally has changed from what it was last season to this season. From what I understand, the draft, you can get draft single file, but it is so hard to pass now.
I do not drive the Cup cars as much, but I mean, I have not heard.
Oh, that's what I've been hearing.
Really?
Yes.
So,
I guess
interesting.
We'll find out tomorrow night.
On MaxspeedTV. Shameless plug.
Oh, yep, channel plug right there by Ryan. All right, well, 26 watching here. We got 6 likes. We're now down to 24. Jeremy Rigney out there in chat. I know he said boogity, boogity, boogity out there, and then he retracted his message. Jeremy, I did see that, so you can't fool me. Man, I don't know what's going to happen out here tonight. I really don't. I mean, it's Daytona. I'm just waiting to see here how quickly they're going to be done with the drivers' meeting. Maybe we can get a couple of drivers up here, maybe one, to interview. Oh, and it looks like the drivers' meeting is officially done, I believe. But not everybody has gone to their rooms yet, so I don't know. Maybe they're going over a few things or what. Well, if you was out here driving tonight for the first race, Ryan, before we get going, where would you want to be at knowing it's 100 laps?
The back. Absolutely the back. I as much as I do say these drivers are, absolute rock stars, they they're not perfect drivers. Nobody here is a perfect driver, and 15 laps in, if a crash were to happen, I wouldn't want to be out of a 100-lap race 15 laps in and then coast around for the next 50 with half a car. So I definitely want to play it safe, stay in the back, save my stuff for the last few laps, because I'd certainly expect some craziness to go down in the closing laps of this race, but I absolutely would want to stay at the back.
Just stay at the back until the laps round down, and then make your move later on into the race. So,
Because
that's been the thing here for the last 2 nights is in the back.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I don't blame those drivers either. Just you don't want to. You need to have a car to have a chance at winning the race. I mean, if you don't have a car to win the race.
Finish.
Oh, absolutely.
Last night in the Truck Series. Go back and watch the final 20 laps of that race. Including the green, white, checkered.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch it after we're done here.
Oh, yeah, it's that was a wild finish last night in the Northern Capital Truck Series. It was fantastic. Yeah, it took out a lot of cars. We had the big one, and trust me, it was the big one. I think it took out probably 70%.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, but it was under the white flag, under GWC. But
yeah.
Still, nevertheless, it took out about 70% of the drivers. And I hate laughing at it, but when you're going for the win and you're going down to the nitty gritty, I mean, you got to do what you got to do, and they did what they had to do. But man, it was wild.
I mean, as a viewer, I would like to see. I hate saying this, but I'd like to see the same thing. Honestly, it's crazy. People make moves they wouldn't make normally, and see them either work and have it. Oh, we're gonna be shouting a lot of words at the end of this race. I guarantee you that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, coming down to the last 30 seconds here in the warm-up, that's a thing that's changed here, Ron. You're used to seeing 20 minutes of qualifying, first 5, of course, the qualified, and then 15 minutes of drivers meeting or interviews or whatever. Well, it's changed this season. So they do 5 minutes of qualifying and 15 minutes of warm-up, and of course on warm-up nobody can come out on track. So
yes.
But yeah, you've noticed that, you've seen it. It's a little bit different, and it's a little confusing to me because ATVO doesn't pick up the pole sitter in warm-up. So
interesting.
Yeah, I got to be on my toes for sure. Well, let's get down here to the MaxspeedTV starting grid here tonight for round 1 of season 17 for the RB Custom Rigs Xfinity Series. Rafe Slate grabbing the pole with a 52.75. James Bickford going to be on the outside of him in second. Ryan Goodell third. Michael Thwaites fourth. And rounding out your top 5 is going to be John Domino. Ryan, go ahead, bud.
Jacob Manning in 6th place. Bryce Sinisek in the Classic 09 car in 7th. Drew Ballesteros, hope I didn't butcher your name there, Drew, in 8th place. Jim Duda, my pick for the night, in 9th place. And Darren Bruce rounding out your top 10 in that 27 machine.
All right, Mike Rominger in 11th. G.T. Hawkins in 12th. Zach Willard 13th. Chase Johnson 14th. And Alan Fox 15th.
And in 16th, we have the number 33, of David Weishart, Gary May in the number 10 and 17th. Garrett D. Grant in the 18th position, 67 of William Hartman of GT Motorsports in 19th. Michael H. Aldrich will round out your top 20.
Blair Patterson, the daddy, out there in 21st. David Elliott, 22nd. Timothy Zayas, 23rd. Brian Wasserman, 24th. Brendan Elba, 25th.
Kyle Sieg in 26th, one of our first drivers not to put down. Well, excuse me, no, he will be the last qualifier with a 50.696. Paul Henley, one of the drivers that didn't qualify, in 27th, and Ryan Swan rounded out the field in 28th.
All right, 28 drivers, a rather smaller field for the Xfinity Series, but however, still a big enough field to race it up here at Daytona for round one. And on the backstretch, here we go. Getting ever so closer. Jeremy Knapp in chat, pulling for DTM. As he should. I think if he pulled for anybody else, somebody might get upset, right, Jeremy?
Yeah.
Alrighty, folks. Between 3 and 4. Pull those belts tight. One more time. Rafe Slate on the inside. Going to take him across the stripe out of 2 onto the backstretch. Then Ryan will take over. We're going to try to do something a little bit different here tonight. Pace car, Ford Mustang, gonna dive off to the safety of pit road. Rafe Slate waiting on the green. There is the green. Boogity, 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 folks. Racing tonight at Daytona. Across the stripe we go. Side by side down into turn number 1 here momentarily. Takes them a minute to pick up speed. Here we go, side by side into 1, between 1 and 2. Rafe Slate, James Bickford on the outside, 44 to 12, row 2. Let's see here who pulls off, decides to go to the back, down on the back stretch.
And we should see a great migration of cars, and no, we don't for the most part. But that 25 car, or 26, yeah, 25 car edging out the 8 car of Rafe Slate, taking over the lead in that yellow and red machine. I think that's the new team, JB Motorsports, up there in first place.
Across the stripe, Rafe Slate. Edge team out. Wow. A little bit of a breakaway here, Ryan. The 12 now, Michael Thwaites, a name we know very well. Right up there behind him.
Absolutely, and he's all over the back bumper of that 8 Ford Mustang. He is trying to push Rafe up in front of that 25 in that inside line. He's got the it looks like a teammate of the 44 car of Ryan Goodell on the inside as they're starting to break away and might clear them. It doesn't look like they, well, maybe they will, as Michael Thwaites leaves Rafe Slate out to dry.
3 wide, not to interrupt you, but now we're going to go 3 wide, 3 rows deep. Back to 2 rows deep here. I think that's a little too early to go 3 wide. What you think, Ryan?
I mean, he, like we said, he had to do what he had to do.
3 wide again. David Weishart taking it right up the middle. Teammate Garrett D. Grant right behind him. Hey,
and
work together.
Rafe Slate, nobody's for Rafe. He's being left out to dry left and right here as Michael Thwaites will take over the lead with Jacob Manning starting the lap in 6th place. He's now on the outside battling for this lead off of turn number 4.
And
it looks like
again.
3 wide, yep.
Drew Ballesteros, that's what I'm going to call him. I don't think that's right, but look at the run those Northern Capital guys are getting. Samson Motorsports on the outside, Ron.
What is going on? I mean, 3 wide in the first 4 laps of the race. I mean, come on. And look at that. The number 22 going to the middle. He might make it work on this 1 car. He's gonna clear him going into 4 or 3 and 4.
Yeah, he did. He dropped it right in front of the 1. And, of course, you know, the Samson Motorsports guys up front dropped it right in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's check back here a little bit further. I know we've been up front for the first 4 laps here. That's where the action was happening. But we still got side-by-side going on back here. John Domino in the 5 there with Rafe Slate. We've got, of course, Mike Rominger here, the 73 of Alan Fox. This is running back in about 15th. The 03, 91, and 14. Chase Johnson, Blair Daddy Patterson, and G.T. Hawkins.
It looks like we finally settled down up front, but it's a Northern Capital 1-2. The 33 car up front, that is David Weishart with his teammate behind him, the number 24 car of Garrett Grant. But on the outside, mounting a charge here is the 18 car of Michael Aldrich. Behind him, David Elliott, who just got left out to drive by another Northern Capital team car.
Yep, the 88 will be Zach Willard. Zach gonna split the middle here, take a 3 wide. Now here comes the 2 of Zayas at 18, not getting no help.
Did you say Kozlowski or Zayas? Because I can't tell who that is back there, but Zach Willard trying to get up to his teammates there. 1-2. It looks like Grant is going to go up and block this run in front of the 1 car of Jacob Manning, and that'll slow up the entire outside lane here.
Yes.
As the 33 getting a little bit of help, but the help behind him doesn't have help. They all need help out there, but Michael Thwaites is able to suck up to the 22 car and keep that inside line moving.
Oh, the 24, that's going to be Garrett D. Grant, going to lead his first lap. Now, you don't get a bonus point for leading a lap. You do get a bonus point for leading the most laps, but leading the most laps here at Daytona is easier said than done.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And, I mean, we're going to have, I tell you, we're going to have double-digit leaders today, and we're seeing a little bit, somebody looks like they're trying to get a little practice with the new side draft package, as we see the Northern Capital cars just, their wall of blue and black in front of these cars behind them. The 1 and the 22 have nothing they can do unless they want to make it 3 wide on lap number 7. But as they cross the line, looks like the 33 car will lead that lap.
Yes, he does. I'm going to turn the desktop volume down here a little bit, make sure all the sounds are working. All right, well, we're still seeing it side by side. The outside line starting to reform as we get back through the field here. Well, it looks like the foul. We got a stack up or shake up here. The 22 of Drew Ballesteros going to fall back. It looks like the 12 of Michael Thwaites fell back. The 5 of John Domino fell back as well. The 09, that's going to be Bryce Sinisak. Going to get around on the outside. Well, he's going to try to. It looks like he hasn't completed it yet. 53 of Jim Duda. Everybody else pretty much back here, single file. There's not a whole lot going on there. The action right now is up front, Ryan. That's where the action is.
Absolutely, and now we have, instead of a Northern Capital wall, we have a Northern Capital train on the bottom here. The 24, 88, and 33 have linked up. That kind of screwed the 33, the cars dropping back there. They didn't like what they saw up front. They didn't want to junk their cars on lap 9, and I wouldn't blame them either. The back is the place to be, as we see the 24 car of Grant still leading as they head into 3 and 4 with the 2 car of Timothy Zayas behind him.
Is he a Kozlowski fan, just out of curiosity?
Probably not. Just coincidence, I'd say.
Okay, well, if he is, I'm sure he wouldn't mind you calling him that. But if he's not, then he might.
Could be an insult. Yeah.
But he is one of the 2, so I would assume that he might be. Yeah, I'm just assuming.
Hey, could just be a Penske fan in general too. But Garrett Grant leading this inside line. Looks like Zayas trying to lead that outside line now. The outside lane was just that 1 car of Jacob Manning up there, and it's our old friend Rafe Slate coming up there, third car in line there, trying to reform this outside line.
Yeah, he is trying to get back up toward the front. Maybe he just didn't like what he saw at the beginning and wanted to see how the race was going to play out early on. A big Jeremy out there. Those Northern Capital boys love a good train. Yeah, they do. I don't know exactly if they have any other teammates out here racing. I don't believe they do. I believe it's just them that are out here. Now, you only get in the Xfinity 3 drivers for points. There might be an independent, like I said earlier on in the broadcast, that may be part of the team but has to drive as an independent. You know, that could happen, and it has happened.
Absolutely, and I mean, Primetime has 6 drivers out here. 3 of them are only racing for points, but you would be right. These are the 3 Samson drivers for the Xfinity Series this year. 88, 33, and 24 out there.
Wait a minute. Primetime's got 6 drivers out here?
Primetime has 6 drivers. Michael Thwaites, Bryce Sinisak, Alan Fox, Gary May, David Elliott, and Mike Rominger.
All right, so let's get over here and see exactly who the team drivers are for Primetime. That is going to be that's the trucks. Let's go over here to the Xfinity. That's going to be Michael Thwaites in the number 12, Bryce Sinisak in the number 09, and Alan Fox in the 73.
And look at this, we might have a lead change here. The 1 and the 2 helping each other out. It looks like Zayas, he'll have the advantage down the backstretch. He has the ability to drop down in front of this Northern Capital train. He's
going to be able to do it though.
Yeah, a little too indecisive there, and he wasn't able to drop down in time, but he will have the run down the front stretch once again as the Northern Capital train keeps on chugging.
Yes, it does.
Kept it clean. I like it. I like to see it. The first 14 laps is, well, the one car makes it 3 wide. I think he just wanted to get out of there. And Blair, the Daddy Patterson, coming on the outside with a huge head of steam. I thought he was going to put that right into the back bumper of Zayas, but he thought better of it. As, once again, Garrett D. Grant out front with Rafe Slate. Once again, I think he's doing this on purpose. He'll just drop back, come back up. He's like, pop his head in, make sure everything's okay, and there he goes. To the outside.
Side draft. He is grabbing the side draft as well off these Northern Capital guys with the help of, got a little squirrely there. Ooh.
Okay, Blair, now I see why you laid off there. Got a little interesting there. It gets a little more interesting with this side draft. Oh my goodness.
As I like to say, a little loosey-goosey there, Ron. That's
little loosey-goosey. Yep. But man, that side draft is definitely dangerous.
Yes.
Especially since they've upped it a lot since the last time we've raced on a plate track. They've amplified the effects of it, and it's going to be valuable.
You're taking the air.
And pit stops.
We got pit stops.
Pit
Wait
stops.
a minute. Yeah,
Garrett Grant locks it up into the pit road.
Did he get it slowed down in time? Ryan, if you can go back and take a look at that, that'd be great.
Frame by frame, it looks like he got it in about, he definitely got it slowed down about 50 to 100 feet before the line.
Wow, boy, that was close. All right, well, it doesn't look like they can go the 32, 38 laps I had put in.
Hey, it might just be a strategy call here. Yeah. They all came at the same time. Nobody else came, as far as I know.
Yeah, and it could. Garrett D. Grant offered away. Zach Willard offered away. David Weishart still on pit road.
That might be a problem there.
He did not get it locked down.
David Weishart, 33 car.
45 seconds. 46. 47.1 seconds.
Oh, I see what he did here. He tried to avoid his teammate, hit the cone. That's an unsafe pit entrance. That's a severe penalty for that 33 car.
Okay, so Garrett locked it down, but David Weishart was unable to safely get it on pit road. Yeah, you cannot hit that cone.
Yeah, he tried to avoid his teammate. He might have saw the 88 get a little bigger in his out the side of his window, but that might have knocked him off his course. But after those guys pit, it's calm now. And look at this, Rafe Slate. Yep.
Front. Blair Daddy Patterson there in second. Timothy Zayas there in third. Michael Aldrich fourth. Ryan Goodell fifth. Mike Robinson sixth. Alan Fox seventh. David Elliott eighth. James Bickford ninth. And Drew, well, we got a battle back here between Drew and James. Oh, the 20. Look at the run the 22's getting. Good Lord.
He's just gonna get up there himself. He took matters into his own hands, and jeez, look at that. I've seen him back. He's gonna get all the way to the front with that run. Oh my goodness, well, he's gonna keep going.
If you've got the run, you keep it. You keep going, and that's what he's doing. Blair Daddy Patterson.
Blair saw that.
Yes, he did. He jumped out right up in front of the 22. I don't know if the 22 really liked that too much.
It's like, hey, share the wealth a little bit with me. But yeah, that might give him the whoa, he got a little close there.
Yes, he did. Boy, 22 gonna have to back off a little bit. That's gonna give Rafe Slate the lead again. He is going to lead another lap, this time by 6 laps. Well, Ron, I got to say, they're making it interesting early.
Oh, absolutely. Except for this right behind Ballesteros. He's going to have to help me out with this one.
Yeah, we're just going to have to call him Drew for now.
Yeah.
And I'll get with him later and ask him how his name is pronounced.
Yes, and kind of did kill his run there. That was extremely impressive by that the driver of the 22 car there, and he got himself all the way from about outside the top 10 to a top 5 position right now.
Yep, right there with the 91 of Blair Daddy Patterson. Check on some of the other drivers back here. Just everybody pretty much single file throughout the track. Not a whole lot going on at the present time. Everybody just, I guess, trying to wind down the laps here tonight. I mean, it is 100 laps, so there's quite a bit of laps. Now, of course, we do have a driver out here. Now, I didn't mention it earlier. Like I said, go watch the Northern Capital Truck Series from last night. But the driver that won that race is in this race here tonight. The number 99 JBR of Ryan Swan, and the way he won it last night was an amazing call of what he did. Of course, what happened in front of him also played a factor into that as well. So he is in this race as well. So Ryan trying to sweep and go back-to-back at Daytona from the trucks to the Xfinity Series.
Right now, he's just chilling out in 22nd place, keeping. I don't know if these cars can get COVID, but they're social distancing back there for sure. They're just taking it easy. I do like that the blue 77 car. I gotta say, the Dos Equis 77 looks pretty nice.
Oh, yeah. Brian Wasserman, he usually ran the green paint. Now he still has it, but he changed it up a little bit here. Yeah, that is a sharp-looking Dos Equis machine for sure. David Weishart did go a lap down. David Weishart is the only driver one lap down. He's right up ahead of his teammates. The 24 of Garrett D. Grant and Zach Willard. They're all the way back 26th, 27th, and 28th, respectively. So Zach Willard, the last driver on the lead lap. But these teammates right here working together. I don't foresee them going a lap down, but then again, 36.3 seconds behind the driver in front of Garrett D. Grant, Paul Henley, 47.2 seconds behind the leader of, well, Blair or Rafe Slade, as they are back side by side, Ron.
Yeah, and look at that. Blair Patterson might He might not clear him here, but he's got help from that 22 car of, Drew. And they're going to fall back a little bit here, and Rafe's going to get the advantage. Might not clear him, but down the backstretch, Blair Patterson will have a run, and especially with the pushing of the 22 car. Maybe a little side drafting going on. That might not end well, but into turn 3 and 4, they're about dead even.
Ouch, that was loud.
I apologize here.
Kind of squealed right in my ear.
I can't help it. I'm sorry.
All right, well, Blair has led 3 laps. He's not going to lead that lap, as Rafe Slate did lead that lap. That's going to be his 8th lap led. His 8th lap led here this evening, but 25 laps, quarter of the way through the race here tonight. We've still got 75 more laps to go. Getting up into closer and closer to the pit window. Now, I said 32 to 38. It might be closer to 30 than 32 to 38 laps. But, you know, I do try to put in those drivers that are in the draft that can save fuel as well. You know, they can go the extra, 1 to 2, 3, maybe 3 or 4 laps. So, maybe it will be 32-38. I don't know. I guess we'll find out when it happens.
Yeah, and it'll be a mass migration to pit road, that's for sure. And once a big group of people come, everybody's going to be coming. Look at this. Here comes the 10 car of Gary May. He was here last season as well, and I'm sure he can be a factor this season.
Yes.
He's trying to catch up to the 22 car of Drew and Blair Patterson up here.
Checking on some of the stats here from last season. In just a second, I'll pull that up. Okay, Gary May just finished barely, really, he wasn't really too close outside of the top 12. He finished 16th last season, but yeah, I think Gary May this season, he is going to be a driver to be reckoned with. He is going to be a driver that you're really going to have to watch out for in that number 10. I really do.
Absolutely, and that bottom line kind of dying out there. Oh, we're having some internet issues over here. All right, I think we're back. But yeah, that outside line is dying out now, and Gary May does have a prime time teammate, a couple time teammates on the inside. It looks like the 9 car of Mike Rominger and the 73 of Alan Fox on the inside there. Could possibly be some help for the 10 car up there.
Yeah, they could. Oh, here we go. We got
there they go, pit stops.
Oh, we got a lot coming down. It looks like Rafe. Well, if I can get up to them. Rafe Slate. Oh, somebody hit the cone. I believe that might have been the 25 of James Bickford.
Oh, and he decided way late to come to pit road. Yeah, GT Hawkins had almost nowhere to go. Oh, my God. That could have been bad. He just... Oh, my God. Yeah, that almost...
Off. One off. Sieg off. Henley off. Well, let's see here. I don't think I can get a replay of that. That might have been a little bit too far back. Well, hang on a minute. Let me see here. Oh, he's coming down pit road now. Yeah, he did hit the cone. That's going to be an unsafe pit entrance. Had to lock it down. We're still green. Oh,
Man,
yeah, right
excellent.
there. GT Hawkins right there behind the 25. Oh, yeah, that could have been bad. Yeah.
I mean, that was absolutely heads-up driving from the driver of that 14 car. How about that? Making sure he didn't cause an accident or, well, making sure he avoided the incident. That was just, that was a scary moment for him, that's for sure.
Yes, it was. Larry Daddy Patterson back up front. We got more starting to come down pit road. Jacob Manning, the 5, John Domino, Drew, Chase, Jim Duda. Now Gary May up front on the outside. Making a pass up on Blair Patterson on the inside. On the back, on the front stretch here. Oh, that's the back stretch. Well, front and back stretch can look alike sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely, but
We got Gary May, 73 of Alan Fox. Oh, here comes Blair. Blair going to be bringing down the 18. Michael Aldrich with him. As well as the Dosaki 77 of Brian Wasserman coming down. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Let's see, Jeremy Rigney, the bomb exploded on lap 99. Well, it was 90 laps last night, and we had a green light checkered, so it would have been around lap 92, 93, somewhere around in there. Here we go, leaders coming down. Ryan, you there, bud?
yes, sir. I accidentally muted my mic somehow. So we're back.
Michael Thwaites, Bryce Sinisak, Fox, Elliott, down pit road. It's going to give the lead. Leading one lap, GT Hawkins.
Looks like the only cars out there are the GTM cars, the 14, the 27, the 67, and the 3 car, Brendan L. Book, all out there. They should be coming this time, I think. Yep, there's GT, he's saying in chat, pitting in.
All right, well, Gary May, I'm sure, will be coming right behind him. Yes, he is. He's losing speed, though.
Could he possibly be out of fuel? Maybe?
I don't know.
Because he lost speed.
30, he is still losing speed. He might have ran out 28, 29 miles an hour. That is not pit road speed.
Oh, absolutely not.
Well, he made it. So he is good to go. But, boy, this is going to cost Gary May, Zach Willard and company. This is the Samson Motorsports drivers. Zach Willard, Garrett D. Grant 1 and 2. Still right up ahead of them. It's going to be the 33, David Weishart. Now he's on the lead lap, but he is right in front of the lead lap cars, his teammates.
And I'm looking on Gary May's cockpit view, and it looks like he did run out of fuel coming down the backstretch there.
Oh.
He is going to come out, surprisingly, not a lap down. But he will be all by himself, and it looks like, yes, he'll probably eventually drop to being a lap down.
47.0 seconds behind the leader. Oh no, 43. 43 and a half seconds behind the leader. He does have some help with the 22 of Drew. 2 cars compared to 3 compared to a line with Rafe Slate here. I think this bigger line with Rafe is going to be the dominant pack. You know, we got a couple of packs, and I think this is going to be the dominant pack.
Absolutely, and I think that, oh shoot, I'm blanking here. I think they'll definitely catch the Samson guys in front of them. Garrett Grant and Zach Willard. They all they're about it looks like 12-ish seconds in front of this pack, and whoa, big shot from Zayas to Slate. That was almost ugly.
Well, we haven't talked about the bumper hooks here. No, they're not. You know, they're not really big like they are in the ARCA cars, but they do happen. If you do not hit square, especially with the different manufacturers, you're gonna definitely send that car around if you cannot control it.
Oh, absolutely, and I think the Fords are probably the best to bump draft with, the flat nose of the Ford, but Chevys and Supras, they're not the best to push with.
Bring back Dodge.
Oh, I agree. That's why I run the Intrepid on the ARCA car.
I would love to see Dodge back here in NASCAR and, of course, in iRacing. I don't know if that'll ever happen again, but I guess we will see. We got Blair Patterson. We got the 9 and Mike Rominger. Now they're working together here on the outside with that freight train there on the inside. Led by, of course, Rafe. The 99 of Ryan Swan coming up behind the 44. The 39 of Kyle Sieg.
Look at that head of steam they got there.
Yes. Mike Rominger.
There you go. He's going to clear him. Oh, maybe not.
Oh.
I jinxed it.
Knock on wood, Ron. Come on, man.
There's no wood around me. I'm sorry. I can't do anything.
Well, Mike is one heck of a pusher, and he is also one heck of a driver. And Blair cleared him. Blair
there he goes.
Down right in front of Rafe. Kind of left Mike out there all by himself. Mike's probably like, what?
Race car drivers have the memory of elephants. Let's say that. It looks like we finally calmed down a little bit. I mean, we've had some close calls, but man, single file here. It's this big old pack up front from about 5th all the way back to, what was it, 11th, 12th?
Actually,
maybe.
It would be 3rd on back. Blair leading this.
3rd on back, yep.
And they are, see here, Blair at about 17.2 seconds behind Zach Willard. Now, Zach and company, Garrett D. Grant, of course, the 33 of David Weishart, they do have a train of cars with them. They've got about, looks like 6 cars there, so that is a pretty good pack here. Garrett D. Grant, Zach Willard. It's going to be the 22 of Drew, of course, a lap down. The 10 of Gary May, who did go a lap down. The 53 of Jim Duda, who is 3 laps down. However, he's still up here with these guys. So, you know, all 5 or all 6 of these drivers can stay together. You know, maybe they can stay out in front and stay, you know, keep that gap there between them and Blair Patterson and company. But now down to about 17 seconds, Ryan. This big pack is eating them up a little at a time.
Absolutely, and I mean, they could stay up in front until the next pit cycle, which should be soon for these Northern Capital guys. But I don't know if they have these cars with them. Would they be willing to pit at the same time as the Northern Capital guys? That's something I'm not sure about.
Oh, Gary Grant, Zach Willard, and of course David Weishart. They've been out here already at about 25, 26 laps. So they are, you know, going to be coming upon another pit cycle here pretty soon. So it is going to be interesting to see on what the strategy for these Northern Capital guys are compared to what everybody else is, and if, like you said, those other drivers decide to come down at the same time. If they come down at the same time, that's going to really affect, I think, these Northern Capital guys.
Yeah, I mean, if they do come with them, their strategy is golden. They pitted about 15 laps earlier than everybody else. That'll get them to 45, 6. Well, 45.
Well, what I was saying, well, everybody would be on the same pit strategy then.
Exactly. Yep.
So, I think it would hurt. I think it would hurt the Samson guys. I really do, because, you know, you get the bigger the pack, the quicker you are.
Yes.
So, well, I don't know. Well, yeah, the bigger the pack, the quicker you are. So I don't know. I mean, they're going to have to come down here pretty soon, regardless. 28 laps here, so man,
16 seconds is a lot of time to make up, though.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I don't know. I think that's the gamble they're trying to take here. In all honesty, and I don't know.
Well, it's Daytona. It's all about gambling. Oh, we got side by side going on. We got a run here on the 9 with the 9 of Mike Rominger. Blair Patterson there are going to peek out again. Get right in front of Mike. We already seen these two work together, Ryan, and they're doing it again. It looks like Rafe Slate's
Rafe,
it too.
wow. And down the hole he'll go.
Whoa!
He's stuck in the middle.
Now, this is
all
not
right,
for
don't
the
try
lead, but Rafe just got left out to dry, basically.
And this is exactly what those Northern Capital guys want to see.
Yes, it is. All right, well, here, Mike going to drop it down below right in front of Rafe. Going to leave Blair alone. Well, that's going to put the 42 of David Elliott, the 73 of Alan Fox, 12 of Michael Bates, the 77 Dos Equis of Brian Wasserman. I don't even have to look at his name to figure out who he is. I already know it.
Absolutely. And 3 of those 10 guys up there in that pack. We see Allen.
Zach
it looked
Willard,
like
Garrett D. Grant on pit road.
Can they get out?
Drew and David.
Here's the thing, can they get out with these guys coming up on them? I don't think they'll be fast enough to get caught up with this, because this will be crucial. Oh wait, never mind, they already passed. Alright, excuse me, sorry, I missed the pass.
Up front, on the inside. Now, is anybody else going to come down pit road? No.
Not this time.
No, nobody's coming down right now. 18, 14, 18, 15, 14. That is the last. That's about the stint. Oh, they're getting squirrely!
Oh, and there they go.
Oh, are we going to have our first caution? Oh, not yet, not yet. No caution. It's not going to happen yet. Rafe Slate involved in this. No caution. They were all off the racing surface, Ryan.
Huge damage to the 8 car and the 09. Oh my goodness. Blair Patterson missing panels off that car.
All right, right, we're going to go back here on the MaxspeedTV replay and figure out what happened. And it looks like maybe a little bit of neck coating, maybe get a little loose there by the 8 with a 2, the 9 there. This is what stacked them up. 91 just was right there. The 8 started to come down, and that's what upset everybody. The 44, the 2 going to get a piece. The 8 going to get a piece. It looks like the 42, the 9. Is that the 9 or the 9? That is the 99 going to get a piece of it as well. And a hard lick to the inside wall by the 44. The 8 did a hard lick into the inside wall off the apron there. Does have some rear end damage, and that definitely could play a factor. It's not engine damage though, Ryan, so that's a good thing.
Absolutely, and still aero damage is going to kill you at this track.
Yes, it is. Yes,
man,
it is.
And I'm on board with Alan Fox. He, not to call him out, but it was just, he got into the back of his teammate, and he might have some engine damage, actually. It's been in that 42 of David Elliott around. Can't believe that was not a caution. The backyard, or the backstretch was just a junkyard.
Okay, so I've got a race violation penalty here. Just go ahead and go over it here. I'm not sure exactly when it happened, but Drew, car number 22, had to do a drive-through, a pit stall violation. Drove through 8 stalls. You can't do that per XM99 rules.
You cannot do that, yeah. I mean, I was about to call you Dr. Seuss earlier with all those rhymes there, Drew and whatever else you said, but man, that is unfortunate. I think they go over that in the pre-race meetings. I mean, some leagues don't do that, but you're at XM99, you do have to you can only go through a set amount of pit stalls, or you do receive a penalty.
Whether it be
5, yep.
Yeah, whether it be 1 in 4 out, 2 in 3 out, 3 and 2 out. It only can be 5. All right, well, Mike Rominger up front. Michael Thwaites in second. We got prime time 1, 2, 3 here tonight. Well, we've seen Samson Motorsports 1, 2, 3. And then now we're seeing prime time 1, 2, 3. So who's it going to be next? We don't know.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of cars got taken out there, and this is actually very, very good for those, the 88, 24, and 33. The 33 still a lap down, but still in contention. If we would have gotten a caution there,
he would have got his lap back. Well, it looks like, Timothy Zayas, David Elliott, David Weishart, Chase Johnson, Drew, James Bickford.
Oh my goodness!
All a lap
David
down
Elliott
here.
almost LePage the field there, coming off of pit roads. David Elliott.
Oh,
David Elliott.
Oh,
yep.
Okay. Are you live? Because I didn't even see
Oh.
that.
No, that was. It looks like a replay. Yep, that was a replay earlier.
Ryan Swan. Sorry, Ryan's in here. Ryan Branshaw up here, not live here tonight, folks. Just give him a break. It's only round 1. He'll get it figured out. It's been a while, Ryan. It has. It really has.
I think it just might be the fact that I can't read the difference between live and replay, but that's all good.
And you're in college, right? That's not good.
Don't know how, but we made it.
Well, congratulations, bud. Doing your thing. Well, let's get back up front here. We got side-by-side going back here, though. With this is the lap cars. And, of course, that is for, the lucky dog. So that is for position. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But we get back up front, it's all just nothing but single file up front. That's what it is.
And I think that was a little like, hey, we need to chill out here. It could have been a lot worse. It should have been a lot worse. And for some drivers, it will end their nights, unfortunately.
Well, we had pit stops here. It looks like some off and away. Ryan Swan, Rafe Slate. They're going to be off and away here. Lap 54 over the halfway mark here. Let me go ahead and give the shout-outs where the shout-outs are needed. Rick Bell, RB Custom Rigs, coming on board again this season, sponsoring the Xfinity Series. A big shout-out to RB Custom Rigs. You need upgrades, you need a computer built, whatever the case may be, you know, let him know. Or at RB Custom Rigs on Facebook. Big shout-out to, of course, Ryan Branshaw coming on board again, calling the races here for the Xfinity Series. Thank you, Ryan, as always. Rick Donathan, putting on an awesome league over here at Extreme from the late model to the Cup Series. And, of course, our admins here tonight. Scott Rambler, Jake Bustos, and it looks like Jeremy Knapp has joined them up there in the admin tower. So it looks like he has, he might be looking to see if maybe he might have something for adminning. So, Jeremy, awesome job, bud, jumping up there. But, you know, it takes a lot for a league, Ryan. And, you know, if you don't have the backing and the help, it's rough, you know, doing it by yourself.
Absolutely, and enforcing rules that may not make everybody happy, and it's a lot. You're not going to please everyone here, but they do try their best up there in the admin tower.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you gotta call it as close as you can, you know, and as fair as you can. That's the thing. Being an admin, you can't play any type of favoritism. I mean, it's down, you know, there's a very, very thin line. I think it's even smaller than a hairline, you know. So
Absolutely.
That's a rough job that those guys have.
Yes, as we do have pit stops, it looks like 39 of Kyle Sieg and Paul Henley dropping onto pit road. I think they might be JBR teammates. The two remaining JBR teammates as their teammate Ryan Swan was caught up. Uh-oh.
Kyle had to back up. Oh, he's still trying to get it figured out.
Who was that just now?
39.
39.
Kyle Sieg.
Kyle Sieg. I was not on him there.
He had to back up, and I think he got it figured out, but, oh, that cost him a little bit of time. He is off and away now, but, oh, man. Well, Timothy Zayas is a lap down here. The first driver a lap down. Kyle Sieg would be the next driver to go a lap down. Paul Henley, they're in 17th by himself. Well, let's see here what happens. They're getting around the 39 now of Kyle Sieg to put him a lap down. Kyle's blinking out there. Ooh, that is not good for Kyle. Amsden out there. How you doing, bud? You all right
Sounds
over
like
there?
Yeah, I was about to say. I was trying to listen into what Scott Rambler was saying, and Paul Henley was just given a black flag. I think he drove through too many pit stalls.
Oh, well, let's take a look here at the fiddler chart here tonight, and it looks like he did. Paul Henley, car number 29. Yeah, we'll have a drive-through. Pit stall violation. Drove through 7 stalls. You can't do that, Paul.
You cannot do that.
Monte Rickard out there. I seen you earlier, Monte. Sorry about that, but Monte out there rooting on GT as he always does. Well, GT Hawkins, Monte, currently running in 6th right now. Right now, there's not a whole lot going on. Everybody pretty much single file here until you get back here with the Samson Motorsports guys. But, you know, they're on the outside. They're going to get freight trained here. Oh, we got pit stops. More coming down. That's going to be Gary May on pit road. We got Paul Henley doing his drive-through here. Chase Johnson down pit road. Oh, golly, a lot more. Michael Thwaites, Jacob Manning, John Domino, Mike Rominger, Bryce Sidisak, Alan Fox. Now off and away. It looks like some fuel. Take a look at the caution count number here tonight. Knock on wood here. My desk is wood, so I can knock on it. No cautions so far. 0 caution laps. 39 laps to go. 18 lead changes. Well, you called it. It's double digits.
Absolutely. I mean, I expect nothing less from this group of guys. I mean, 18 lead changes. That's insane. But it looks like, yeah, you were asking who's gonna be the next 1, 2, 3 GTM.
Yep, right here,
Up
GTM,
there.
Brendan L. Book, GT Hawkins, and Ryan
Timothy Theus.
I've got Brian Wasserman
Ryan Washman in 3rd.
in.
Timothy was involved in that wreck earlier. He was put a lap down.
Oh, Timothy, yeah. Let's see here. Number 2. There he is. Well, he's going to get his lap back, but yeah. 1, 2, 3. But it's, you know, back to where we were with the Samson Northern Capital guys.
Absolutely.
We got the 27. It's going to be Darren Bruce. Darren Bruce.
Now it's a GTM 1, 2, 3.
Now, Darren Bruce, part of GTM. GT Hawkins, Timothy Zayas, Darren Bruce are the points drivers. You do see the 67 up here of William Hartman. He is, of course, part of a GTM, but not running for points in the Xfinity Series, from what I'm seeing.
That's interesting. William was an absolutely outstanding driver last year. He is one of the development drivers, but Timothy Zayas is running for points.
William Hartman is a Truck Series points driver for GTM. It looks like that is the only race or the only series he's a points driver in. Of course, he wouldn't be for ARCA. Glad to see him out here. GT Hawkins, Timothy Zayas, Darren Bruce. They're Xfinity points drivers for GTM. 25 watching, 13 likes, too shy from 15. Can we hit 20 likes here tonight?
And now we have some pit road violations. The 18 of Michael Aldrich, as we have also the GTM crew getting onto pit road here. Aldrich drove through too many pit stalls, and he might have some speeding penalties there. GTM guys got in there a little hot.
All right, well, I'm not seeing the race violations yet here in the penalty chart, but I'm sure. Well, I don't hear what you hear, Ryan, so relaying the information a little early, that does help. I'm just waiting here for them to make it official. Got Drew and Paul as of right now.
They should be typing it in here soon as
All right.
Michael
GT,
is out of pit road.
GT, William, Brendan, Darren off and away here. Coming back on track. It's going to give the lead up to the 88 of Zach Willard with the 33 of David Weishart on the lead lap right there with his teammates. Lap 67.
And there they go, Northern Capital guys, to the bottom of the racetrack.
Yo,
Yeah,
David right now, David right now looking for a caution. That's what he's looking for.
David does need a caution here,
Yes.
and I mean there could be one behind him. Honestly, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Ouch.
Well, with everybody single file, pretty much, I don't foresee it.
Yeah, I don't know. There could be something. I obviously don't want there to be something yet, but I mean it's always in the back of their minds.
Oh,
One little mistake can take out that entire field for the second time, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, well Zach Willard is our leader, so we've got David Weishart on the lead lap, but right up ahead of the leader of his teammate Zach Willard. Zach Willard, a teammate there with a 24 of Garrett D. Grant. Now look at the run here. Here we go again.
That 8 of Rafe Slate is a lap down.
Yes. He's got Blair with him. The 91. Both of them trying to get their laps back the old-fashioned way. And there it is. Michael Aldrich, the car number 18, drive-through. Pit stall. Go through 7 stalls. Like I said, per XM 99 rules, you can't do that.
Rafe is extremely hurt. I mean, I'm in trouble last time. I wouldn't be trying that again, especially with the leaders right there.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Ray Slate gonna get his lap back here as of right now. Blair is the first car a lap down, but you look at it, we got Drew right here in the 22, and I'm gonna look at the lap cars here real quick. He's got Blair right up there. Now has his lap back, but he don't. He does. He don't. Okay, but so we got Drew back here. We got Blair. If they're fighting for that lucky dog, I mean, whoever's in front, if caution comes out, who's ever in front is going to get that wave around. David Weishart is already on the lead lap, and Blair is right now. But we've already seen it. We know how that goes.
Absolutely.
Well,
2 by 2.
Yeah, 2 by 2. Yes, we do. All right, well, let's check.
Oh, and around they go. The leaders are wrecking. That's Zach Willard.
Zach going around. Good save. Going to keep it off the wall. Well, let's see here what happened to Zach Willard in the 88. No,
and it was the 8 again. Man, Rafe again with the side draft, net code, and just, I don't see the point of doing it. I mean, no disrespect to him, but I don't see the point of side drafting with still 30 laps left, especially with the leaders.
Oh, yeah, there was definitely some net coding there, but Rafe was coming down too. And that just, definitely upset the 91. Nowhere to go. Right to the back bumper of the 88. 24 getting a piece of it as well. Everybody scrambling.
That'll take out the last 2 teammates. So, oh my goodness. I mean, they've got to be furious. I would be furious as well. That's heavy damage to that 24 car,
Well,
front and rear.
Something always happens when I get off of the front pack. I don't understand.
Well, that's why you have me.
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, Zach Willard coming down pit road. No, who was that came down? That was Rafe Slate.
Garrett Grant is down pit road at the moment right now.
Rafe Slate, David
Getting that
Weishart.
damage fit.
Garrett D. Grant. Zach Willard also coming down pit road. All right.
Absolutely.
So let's see here what Michael Waits. Michael Thwaites going to take over the lead here. Michael Thwaites, Mike Rummager, Alan Fox. Guess who we have up here? Top 3. Prime time.
Prime time top 3 it is. Right back up here. 6 drivers in the field once again. I mean, hey, it's a good outing, especially for these new guys. I think Mike Rummager has raced in the Xfinity Series before, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I know he's not new to Extreme.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I've called his name many times, and I think he was, he was a champion at one time with me here at MaxspeedTV calling it. So I think it was going into last season, he was defending the championship, unable to get into the chase. So we, had a new champion, and I believe that was between, GT Hawkins. I think he did race here in the Xfinity. I think he was the defending champion. I would have to go back and look at it.
Yeah, I think Rominger did win the Cup championship there.
Okay, so let's see here. Going back to season 15. We'll go to the standings here. Okay, so season 15 was Cameron Hearn. So that might have, you might be right. So season 16, of course, that was last season. That was, of course, GT Hawkins. I think you are right. I think it was the Cup. Yep. I do so many leagues. I try to keep up, but it's rough.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, hey, it's been a good race so far. Just 0 cautions. We've gotten through it pretty fast.
Knock on wood.
Sorry. I just need to shut up. Never mind. I might accidentally mute my mic again. We'll see.
Knock on the wall or something. It's wood.
Yeah. We'll have to find something. I'm sitting here on the couch.
Okay. All right. Well, go outside, grab a 2x4. Get you a little piece where you can knock on it.
Well, considering we got 5 inches of snow yesterday, I'm not too keen on going outside right now. But I'll find something. Oh, there we go.
While they're single file here, Ryan, where you from, bud? I'll say where I'm from. So.
I'm from Ohio, northern Ohio. So, yeah, we just got slammed by that nor'easter, so.
So are you in the far, we got pit stops, so let's check on that. Darren Bruce, GT Hawkins, Brendan L. Book, down pit road, William Hartman down and off the way here. So how far are you from the Pennsylvania border?
I'd say about an hour and a half, maybe something around there.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm from Arkansas. Everybody that don't know that's out there, you're going to learn something new here. You're going to get to know us a lot more. I'm from Arkansas. I'm from Fort Smith, the second largest city in Arkansas. Of course, Little Rock being the biggest. Right next to the Oklahoma border. You can't miss it. It's right off the interstate. So, We north of us got a little snow, but we didn't get a whole. They didn't get a whole lot.
Yeah.
Taking a look here.
Oh, and we got a spinner. That's Zach Willard.
Oh!
I think. Yeah, that's Zach Willard. He's loose. He might have just taken 2 tires there.
Zach
But, oh, what a
Willard,
save.
I'm trying to find the position.
He was in 12th at the time.
All right, 12th position. Let's go ahead and take a look here.
His car just went straight.
Oops. All right, well, let's see here. No caution, so, well, I'm seeing him on the backstretch here, so.
Should have been on lap 77 going into 3 and 4.
Oh, right there. He was trying to get a run on GT. Yeah, right there. Oh!
His wheel might have disconnected briefly there because he was holding the same position and then it just snapped to the left.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this through the cockpit view. Definitely a scary moment for the 88.
Yes, it was. Blair off and on pit road, off pit road. Timothy Zayas on and off pit road. Well, Joshua, I am only 2.5 hours from you, roughly. 75 miles an hour on the interstate takes about 2 hours now, 2 hours and 15 minutes, roughly. But you don't you drive a truck?
We have some pit stops here. It looks like the primetime guys are about to go down to pit road.
All right, yep,
They just all called it out.
I'm on the 12 right now.
And down they go.
Yep, down they go, all 3 of them. Oh, we got more. Oh, all 4 of them, really.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Thwaites, Mike Robinson,
David Elliott.
Alan Fox. Let me get back here a little bit further. That's going to be Timothy Zayas also coming down. David Elliott off and away. David 2 laps down. He's looking for, well, let's see here. Well, it looks like David now 1 lap down, but he's looking for 5 cautions. I don't think we're going to have 5 cautions.
I think you might be right there.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Yep. Maybe not. Man, if we keep having
20
events,
to go!
looks like we're going to have new leaders. Garrett Grant rebounding to the lead now. This could be interesting here. They did need 1 more pit stop. He's got a fully repaired car since they do have quick fixes. 1 quick fix, if I'm not mistaken.
From what
For
I
super
understand,
speedways.
They don't.
They don't here?
I don't think they have any quick fixes.
Then they did.
Regardless of the track.
They did a darn good tape job on that 24 then, because it looks perfectly fine
yeah,
from the events earlier.
I mean, I could be mistaken unless that's a rule change, and I don't see it. Yeah, as far as I know, they don't have any quick fixes.
Yes, and they're coming up on some lap cars here. They're going to go around them high. Blair Patterson and Kyle Sieg staying low. I wouldn't say it's been a clean race, but it's been caution-free race. So that's obviously a very good thing. And whoa, as I say that, oh, the one's getting a little squirrely into the wall.
Going around. Oh!
Why did I have to
There
say
is
anything?
the first caution. Ouch. Ouch. That hurt. All right, we're going to take a look at it here, right, on the MaxspeedTV replay. And find out what happened here. Now Jacob Manning on the outside. Blair Daddy Patterson there. He's right behind him. A little bit of a bump maybe. Ooh, looks like 91 got him loose, and then that sent the 1 right up into the wall. The 09 gonna get a piece of it. 91 gonna have to lock it down. 39 gonna get a piece of that as well. Kyle Sieg. Let's see here, right here. Yeah, we see the 91 coming back down right into the 39, and a hard lick by the 39. There, Daddy Patterson, it looks like is gonna scave away with some damage as well. Ouch.
And I'm just gonna say racing is about a lot about giving and taking, but I think the one was just trying to be a little too nice and maybe gave a little more than he should. He should have just decided to come down or not come down.
This
and
is
then
the official word from the admins, Ryan. So 91 is at fault. Contact with a 1. 91 EOL. So that is the ruling from the admins. Of course, we're going to go ahead and step away, play a quick commercial break. We need to have one because we've went a lot of laps here tonight under green. Hang tight, folks. We'll be right back. Alrighty, folks, back live here on MaxspeedTV. 14 likes, 32 watching here this evening. Can we smack the like button, get up to 15, 20 likes here tonight? Garrett E. Grant is up front here tonight for the first caution of the evening. 15 to go, 14 to go next time by. Now, I don't know if it'll be extended or not. We'll have to wait and see because everybody's got to be caught up to the pack. So we'll see here what happens. Scott Rambler, Jake Bustos, Jeremy Knapp, of course, keeping an eye out on the racing surface. So, well, first caution, though, late into the race, Ryan. Good, awesome racing by these guys.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like I said, I just had to say something, didn't I? But
yeah,
hey,
you didn't knock on wood because you didn't have any.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to carry a 2x4 with me, like you said. But hey, we made it to lap 80, 83, 84, I think it was, when the caution came out, and that's absolutely awesome.
It's extended.
Yep.
Caution is extended. All right, so the first caution is going to be on the 91. Contact with a 1, 91 EOL. Now that is the first caution, so all he's going to have to do is just fall back to the end of the longest line. We still got 15 laps to go, 14 next time by, so it looks like we're going to take 14. So when we hit the green, it's going to be 13 to go. We still got a ways. 13 laps is still quite a few laps here at Daytona. Anything can happen, still happen here, Ryan. You know that. And we have one GWC that if they have to use it, they will.
Yes, and cautions breed cautions. The field is stacked up again.
Don't say that.
Hey, would you rather me say we're going to go caution free to the rest of the race? Because we know how that's going to end, right? Right?
Well, we're under 20, so yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. The cautions do breed cautions here, and I think that it's definitely going to be a wild finish, just especially with people saying, okay, well, now that we got one caution, they're thinking the same thing as me. They need, especially those lap down cars, they need to get their lap back here, and I think that's definitely something that's on their mind. I do want to shout out Zach Willard, 4th place. Had 2 big moments. The man's back in 4th place. How about that?
Yes, he is. Well, let's go ahead. I'm going to turn it over to you. Get us going here. Come to lap 13 here tonight between 3 and 4. My chores, Ryan.
2 stories separating the bottom and the middle line. 4 stories to the wall is the height of the banking in turns 3 and 4 as they slope down onto the flat-ish front straight. The pace car looking for its cue to go down pit road. Lights off, and he's looking. Onto pit road he goes. It's in the hands of Garrett D. Grant. Coming to the green flag on the loud pedal he goes, getting a great jump on that 3 car with GT Hawkins behind him. I wouldn't be surprised if GT jumps up in front of that 3 car to help him out and leave the 24 of Garrett D. Grant out to dry. Into turn 1 they go, still single file. The 33 on the 14's bumper here as Zach Willard pushing the 3 car through turns 1 and 2. Everything seeming to be quite, I'm not going to say that, as we see Darren Bruce jumping up onto the top line here as they go down the backstretch. Brandon Elbrook looking to clear that 24 with help from Grant's teammate Zach Willard.
All right, yep, we get back up front here, 3 and 4, coming out of 4 this time by. Waiting just on a lap here before we crank it up here tonight. I know, anything can happen, but I've got Ryan up here to make sure we got it. All right, crossing the stripe. Let's go ahead and crank it up here tonight on Max Speed TV. Alrighty, folks, we're back live here on Max Speed TV. We got bumper, we got wrecking going on back here. Everybody saved it. Larry Daddy Patterson. Wow, how did they do it? I'm going to turn the mic over here for just a couple of minutes to Ryan. I got to step away here, folks. I'm going to stay on Zach Willard because this is kind of the front pack here. So go ahead, mic's yours, bud.
3 wide, Rafe Slate making moves once again up into the front. The 8 car, Rafe Slate back in 15th place, but battling with these leaders. As we see, they've gotten a lot more aggressive, and we are within 10 to go, folks. 10 to go left in this race. Do we take more laps than 100? Do we need more laps than 100 to find out the winner? Well, let's see here, because things are getting dicey all over the track. 2 by 2, they finally started to mellow out a little bit here as they go onto the front stretch. It looks a little squirrely there. Excuse me, the back stretch here. And we do have a car blinking out. That's the 39. He's going to drop to the back. It's very sportsmanlike of him. And Book just trying to work with Willard. I don't think Willard wants to work with Book, trying not to hurt his teammate, the 24 of Garrett D. Grant, as they cross the stripe. 9 laps to go this time by.
All right, 9 laps. I've got 8 laps to go.
8 laps. Can't do English, can't do math either. It's a wonder.
Side by side throughout the field, 8 to go. Brandon L. Book on the outside, Garrett D. Grant on the inside, GT Hawkins, David Weishart. We got a split here between some teammates. We got a teammate there for Sampson on the outside of Zach Willard. Oh, man. Vilsacki, Brian Washman there. We're going to go 7 to go that time by.
GT Hawkins did not have a win until, I think, the chase of last season. He had a rough start to the season. Maybe he can carry that momentum from last season into the this race here tonight, as we see big moves in the back. The 22 of that would be Drew.
Yeah,
yep.
We're 3 wide back here too.
He wants to get to the front bad here, and we're swerving in the corners. That's and they're into the wall.
Oh, here we go! Oh no! 27, 77, 22. I was on the 22 here when that happened. Oh. 77 involved in this, as well as the 27 on the car. Gonna be Darren Bruce.
Indecisiveness strikes again.
Oh. Second caution. What happened? Oh,
77 swerved up.
Yeah. Oh,
and
right
it
there.
looked like he tried to block the 22. Yep.
Yeah, right there, right up into the 22. And that's what upset everybody. The 2 going to get a piece. 27 scaved by. So let's get on that number 2 here of Timothy Zayas. 77.09. He got the 10. Going to get a piece. The 22. Wow. Well, not the big one, but big enough.
The medium one, I would say. But yeah, it just, Brian wanted to go up, but he didn't decide he wanted to go up in time, and just swerved up into the 22, and 22 just a victim there. I mean, aggressiveness was not the fault of that one. It was just indecisiveness, and that just led to one thing led to another, and lots of cars are junked once again. Maybe for the second or third time this race in Timothy Zayas' case, but some do have quick fixes. I think the 22 can get back on track and try to go for a win still.
Let's see here, the 22.
Oh yeah, he does have a quick fix. He was missing fenders and bumpers, and they're all back on.
When did that change?
I'm sorry to JW Motorsports for butchering their name, but the 22 is... Just kidding. I don't think they are. Well, excuse me, I'm on the wrong driver's list.
Lap number 94 at fault will be the 77. Contact with a 2277 EOL. Going to be called down from the admins here.
And yes, it is JW Motorsports, and it is Drew that is racing as a development driver. Would be huge for this brand new JW Racing team just to get a win with Jim Duda. He hasn't had the night he's wanted, and Chase Johnson neither, and as well as Jacob Manning, but and John Domino. Wow, they have 5 drivers in this series, and but Drew could give them a pretty excellent shot at winning this.
Well, we are double file. Garrett D. Grant, GT Hawkins looking to back it up here to keep that momentum from the chase. Didn't have a very good regular season last season. Well, he is looking to start off strong here tonight at Daytona. He's going to be on the outside of the 24, the 3 of Brendan L. Book. On that inside row 2, the 33 of David Weishart right there on the outside. The 88 of Zach Willard. Row number 3, Michael Thwaite right there on the outside with him as well. 4 to go. We're going to get 3 to go at the line. So, not a green, white, checkered. We'll go green, a lap, white, then checkered. If a caution comes out before the white flag, Brian, well, guess what? We're going to rack them up. Yeah, yep, we're going to rack them up, rack them up, do it all over again. Yep.
I think I'm starting to see the Samson train reform again. All their drivers.
You've got several different teammates up here. It's going to be tough.
GTM in 2nd and 3rd. Samson in 1st, 3rd, or 1st, 4th, and 5th. But let's see how this all shakes out.
Get us going.
All right, here they go. Pace car into pit road. In the hands of Garrett D. Grant. He's on the loud pedal. GT able to get an excellent restart there as actually it starts to fade away a little bit, and that'll sack up the entire outside lane. But we see Grant with help from Brennan L. Book as well as his teammate Zach Willard. Everything is looking a little tight back there. Oh my goodness. There's so much going on, especially with, what, 2 to go here? Look at this run. 3 to go,
actually. Next time by will be 2 to go.
All right, I'll leave the math to Medlock, all right?
Well, yeah, ATVO has it. I'm live, so I have it up there in the top left corner of the screen. Everybody, you can see 3 to go. Next time by 2 to go. Right now, Garrett D. Grant up front. We're still side by side. We're 3 wide, and we're screaming back here. Everybody trying to get as many positions as they can. 2 to go. Can we hit the white flag before a caution? This
Book helping out his teammate.
Oh!
They're wrecking in the back.
Wrecking the back.
Hartman
William
around.
Hartman, and there is no caution. He is on track. No caution, no caution. Pulls it off, still no caution.
Oh, this is going to be interesting. Go. 1 to go. Let's see what teammates are going to do. What will you do for your teammate, Brennan L. Book, helping out the 14 of GT Hawkins a lot by hanging off of that 24 of Garrett D. Grant? Will Weishart do the same to GT? At the line, it'll be Grant. I mean, hey, that's what it's going to come down to.
1 to go! Oh, Ryan! Oh, man, it's going to get wild, and it's going to get extreme. We're under the final lap, under regulation. No GWC.
Book trying to go to the outside. He's going to make the move to the outside. He's going to have help with his teammate. 3 wide with David Weishart. They go to the way outside. Can they make it back?
3 wide, 2 rows deep, 3 rows deep, maybe 4 rows deep.
Push.
Whoa!
is pushing the bumper off of Grant. Grant's cleared. Look,
Oh,
he's gonna go up to
blocking,
block.
making that car wide.
Look,
And
Grant.
he is gonna do it.
What
He's
a
gonna win it
finish.
at the stripe. Wow.
Grant. What a comeback for the Samson Motorsports guys. Wow, oh my goodness, what a race.
What a finish. We're gonna take a look at the MaxspeedTV replay of this finish because Jacob Bell does Friday mornings. He does a thing, and I'm sure he's gonna want to see this. This was an awesome finish. All right, well, we're seeing it, making that car wide, blocking that number 3 machine. GT Hawkins splitting the center there. 3 wide, 4 wide behind him. The 44, but it's going to be Garrett D. Grant, GT Hawkins, and I believe the 88 of Zach Willard by a nose.
By 200ths of a second
Oh,
over Brennan Elbuck.
wow, that was close.
Wow, I'm out of breath.
Oh, wow. Well, give us just a few minutes, folks. We'll get the top 3 up here for the MaxspeedTV post-race show. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Hang tight. We'll be right back. Alrighty, folks, we're back live here on MaxspeedTV. We have caught up with our 3rd place finisher here tonight, but it was not without a fight. On the other outside was the 3. We're going to start here with Zach Willard in that Northern Capital 88 machine. Zach, man, what an awesome race out here tonight. Yeah, a couple of cautions, but man, it was a dog fight to the finish. We had some 5 wide going on behind you here at the end. But talk about the overall racing here tonight and here at the end, because it got wild. Mike's yours, bud.
Well, Samson, all of us Samson guys had we had a plan to pit early and get us 3 cars drafted, because we knew 3 cars are faster than the pack cars if we just stay single file. and it worked out. There was a time we had almost a 30-second lead, and then we got caught up in some lap traffic because apparently there was like a wreck ahead of us, half a track ahead of us, and so we caught some lap cars, and we were doing good for a while. And the crappy part about it is we were side by side, and I had the admins look at it, but it looked like I got net coded, and so I lost that draft. So, but we're lucky that a caution came out to get all staged back up, and that's what happened. The racing was fun. It was intense. The longest green flag run at Daytona I think we've had this year so far, I think. So it was pretty fun.
Well, I'm seeing here that the race was supposed to be in the afternoon, but it ended up night. Was that a mistake, or what happened there?
Well, there's a couple mistakes. That was one, and then we had unlimited fix repairs. That was an accident. So, I mean, it kind of changed the mental race of the entire race once everybody found out that there was no and there was unlimited fast repairs. We were going to green when someone said something, and so. But it was crazy because you think it'd be a little more harder racing at the start, and it wasn't. That's why we had the really long green flag run, which was very fun.
Oh, yeah, and, of course, going from the Xfinity to the Cup is going to be totally different, but that's, tomorrow night. But coming down to the wire here tonight, Zach, real quick, man, it's a battle to, grab a win, grab a top 3, top 5. You look on the other side of GT Hawkins there on the 14, you have the 3 that was technically battling you there for that 3rd spot. Did you know that?
Yeah, so Brandon and I, we actually go back a ways. We're pretty good, close friends. I used to spot for him his first year in ARCA, and it's always fun battling with him. I think that's the first time we've actually raced together in a couple seasons. And there was a lot of strategy and stuff because I knew GT Hawkins, him and Brendan, I think they are teammates in the Cup Series, I think. So I knew that Brendan wanted to take the lead when he was on the outside and I was pushing him, but I was laying off a little bit because my teammate was leading and I wasn't going to push Brendan Book to the lead. That was before that last caution. And then it just kind of flipped roles with David being on the outside, me on the inside, and I was pushing. And I did push Brendan all the way up. He did get on the outside of Garrett, but last lap I wasn't gonna let off, and I just pushed Garrett, and he had an amazing block there at the end to seal the win.
Oh yeah, for sure. He made that car wide, very wide. He did what he had to do, man. It was an awesome finish. But Daytona, crapshoot of a race, what it could have been, but it was an awesome race. Ended up going pretty well here, but we're done with it. Now we go to the track. Too Tough to Tame, the Lady in Black for round number 2, Darlington. Oh, what do you think about that for round 2?
Well, last season I had a top 10 there, so in the Xfinity Series. So hopefully this year we can keep the momentum going and finish in the top 10 and have a good finish.
All righty, buddy. Well, Zach, awesome job out there here tonight. We will see you next week. Any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate, bud?
Yeah, I want to thank the sponsors of Northern Capital, Samson Motorsports, Russ Anderson. I'd like to thank RB Custom Finishes, all the guys who work with me, and you guys at the booth. Appreciate it.
All right, we'll see you next week. Same time, same place, different track, right here on MaxspeedTV, bud. Go celebrate 3rd here tonight.
Thank you.
Yep.
And I just want to say, how about that finish? That man pushed his teammate from turn 3 to the checkered flag.
Oh, yeah, that was definitely amazing. But we're going to go here to second place here tonight, and I believe Ryan Swan has caught up with Mr. GT Hawkins. Go ahead, bud.
Hey, GT, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Ryan. How you doing?
Not bad. Yourself?
Doing okay. I'm doing a lot better than I thought I would be at the end of this.
Absolutely, a second place finish, just one shy, and I mean, you were right there for the majority of the race when that hole opened up between your teammate Brennan and Zach. You went for it. What was your thought process there?
Man, the last couple laps, these things happen so quick. I can't even really remember what happened, but I do remember taking that gap and just yelling at Brendan in our team speak. I was like, "I'm going to the middle," and I didn't expect it to work, but almost if I'd made that move just a little bit earlier, that gap came just a little bit earlier, might have been able to squeak it out. But all in all, I had a blast racing with everybody tonight. It was a lot of fun, a lot of good give and take up front, even in the last 10 laps, which is what you need at these kind of races. So kudos to everybody else racing, especially guys up front. I had a blast, and but at the same time, I'm ready to be done with the plate racing and move on.
Absolutely, and that does. We are done with plate racing for the season, I think, but we do go to Darlington next week. How is that change going to, I don't know, affect the racing and your mindset going into it?
I think we've ran Darlington a lot. So we've pretty much every season that I've been in Extreme, we've ran Darlington. So I would think that we're all fairly familiar with it. The big trouble there is just mostly lap traffic. So there's not, if you're a lap car, it's really hard to let faster guys go because it's such a weird line to get around that place. It's so different on both ends of the track. So it's really tough for lap cars to let people by. And if you're one of the leaders, it's really tough to get around them. So as long as we communicate well and have some give and take and we're all respectful of each other, we should be okay. But I'm looking forward to it. I like Darlington.
Absolutely. And going back to that finish in turn 3, did you think you had a shot at it, or were you just going to push Brendan to his to a victory?
I told Brendan for pretty much the entire last lap when I think he got up in front of me, kind of maybe like 1 and 2 or the backstretch or so. I was like, I'm pushing you, I'm going to push you. And then he kind of moved up, and I just saw a gap, and I was like, I'm going to the middle. So I was going to push him to the win. I had no issues with that at all. But just for a split second, I thought maybe I could win it too, so I went for that route. So sorry, Brendan.
Yeah, absolutely. But hey, great finish for your team. You finished second, Brennan in 4th, and Darren Bruce in 6th place. So even numbers for GTM. Any sponsors you'd like to thank tonight?
Yep, gotta thank Butt Kicker coming back with us this season. Really excited to have them back. We got D-Dub button boxes on the car this season too. So really excited to have them with us, and they make some awesome button boxes. So go check them out. Extreme Motorsports, you guys up at MaxspeedTV, all my friends, family out there watching. Thanks, I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Well, congrats on the 2nd place, and looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.
We'll see you. Thanks.
All right. Yep, GT, we'll see you tomorrow night, bud.
See you guys.
Yep. All right, well, that is going to bring us to Garrett D. Grant here tonight. Now, I know I said I was going to be the only one interviewing, but we're going to double team Garrett here tonight. I'm going to start it off. Garrett D. Grant in that number 24 Northern Capital Samson Motorsports machine. Now, before we get to the win here tonight, of course, let's talk about, kind of the strategy out there. We heard from Zach Willard, but, we got to hear it from the winner. For sure, man. Talk about it. Early on, long green flag runs, green flag pit stops, then some cautions, but talk about the race and, your mindset coming into tonight. Go ahead. Mike's yours.
Yeah, strategy went it kind of according to plan. We were really wanting it to go all the way green there, but yeah, we just we pitted early just to get off cycle from everybody so we don't have to pit with everybody and not get caught up in any incidences there. And then we just get out there and we just start doing the old switcheroo and start swapping around and doing the old bump draft train going on. And we just start checking out on them. We've been doing it for a couple seasons now, and it seems to be working pretty well for us. And then we pit early, and then the last two pit stops, we just make it a 3-stopper, and then we just kind of run it dry there at the end, or just switch it up if we have to. But man, I wish it would have gone green. I mean, I'm glad I won, but if it would have gone green, I would have won by like 20 something seconds. I don't know how I got out that far, but that's just amazing. Got to thank my teammates for working with me. That's for sure.
Well, it is Daytona. I mean, winning it by 20 seconds at Daytona is
pretty insane.
It would be insane, and it could happen, but it's doubtful.
Yeah.
But talk about coming down 20 to go, 10 to go. We had those cautions there. We finished it under regulation here, so no GWC. But talk about the wild finish there, coming down to the end real quick before we get to Ryan, because I'm sure he has questions for you.
Yeah, there at the end, I obviously I didn't want to see those cautions because I was just going to kind of cruise there. But yeah, those last cautions, the goal was just try to stay out front, and me and my teammates were trying to work together there and try to get linked up, but we really couldn't, and I was just trying to keep the lead at all costs because I knew I had a really good shot at it if we had a GWC, which we did for the win. I wanted to have control of the restart and stuff.
Well, yeah, it did for the win, but it was a green, lap, white, checkered, so not technically a GWC, but
yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. We didn't have a GWC, did we?
No, we did not.
That's right. We went green with 3 to go there. Yeah, so it was almost one. But,
yeah, green, 2 to go, and then white checkered. So, but yeah, I mean, still, what you had to do, you made that car wide.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let Ryan ask you a few questions. Ryan, mic's yours, bud.
Yeah, first off, how do you think your car will pass inspection with how wide it was there? I mean, come on.
No.
I'm sure. I think at Samson Motorsports, we make our cars perfectly legal.
Absolutely. That was an insane block.
Yeah, I saw he had the run there. I didn't want to leave my teammate. My teammate was pushing me there, but I knew they were going to have the run off of 4, and I was like, man, I got to go for the block. And I did, and it ended up working out.
Yeah, absolutely. That was perfectly timed, perfectly executed. Just great teamwork between you and David and
Zach.
Zach, yeah. I saw David, or excuse me, jeez, David on the outside there. Do you think he would have had a shot at the win there?
Yeah, I thought he was going to. I know he was trying to get that third lane going, and we love getting that third lane going. Usually we're not bottom feeding like we were normally, but that just happened to be what position I was in, how we were running the race. But yeah, I'm sure if he had a couple cars up there, he had a good shot at it. Once that you get that third lane going and you can come off the corners, you can really get some momentum there.
Absolutely, and off to Darlington next week. Talk about that for us real quick.
I'm not a huge fan of Darlington. But I've ran pretty decent there in the past, and I tested the setup a couple weeks ago there, and it was kind of iffy. It seemed like the gearing was a little off, but I think in this last update they fixed it. I haven't tested there since, but I think we'll definitely be strong there.
Absolutely. And any sponsors you would like to thank there for tonight?
Oh yeah, I'd like to give a huge shout out and thanks to Northern Capital and Russ Anderson for sponsoring the car and the whole team, and shout out to Zach and David for working with me all race. I mean, they didn't have to do what they did, and I wouldn't have got the win if they weren't helping me for sure. So, and thanks to Rick for putting all this on, and you all for broadcasting.
Absolutely. And will we see you guys tomorrow in the Rick Motect Cup Series?
Yes, sir, you will.
Absolutely.
Hoping to do the same.
Awesome. Well, we're looking forward to tomorrow, and hopefully see you there. or hopefully see you at the end. Yep.
Yep.
All righty, Garrett. Awesome job out here tonight, man. We'll see you tomorrow night, bud.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Yep. All right. Well, that is Garrett D. Grant here, our winner. But, Ryan, before we get to the unofficial results, speaking of the admin stuff they have to do here tonight, I got to say, this was an awesome race. I mean, we had all the action. We had 2 wide, 3 wide, and 4 and 5 wide here at the end. We had it all here tonight.
We had flying cars and strategy as well, but it was an absolutely magnificent race. The ending was perfect, and I don't know, it was just excellent job by these drivers just to kick off the season like that, and hopefully we continue with this great racing in the next few weeks.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, we're going to go ahead and do the unofficial results, pending the admin stuff. But Garrett D. Grant going to come away with the win here tonight. Awesome job by Garrett. GT Hawkins going to finish there in that second spot, barely, because Zach Willard was right there, and Brendan L. Book was on the other side of that number 14 of GT. He was fighting for that third spot as well. But Brendan L. Book, awesome job there in fourth. Alan Fox here in fifth.
And that'll leave Darren Bruce in sixth just by 100th, less than 5,000ths of a second, it's looking like. He finishes sixth. David Weishart in seventh. Ryan Goodell in eighth. What a bounce back for him. James Bickford as well. He bounced back to ninth place, and Michael Thwaites rounding out your top 10.
All right, Mike Rominger there in 11th. Good finish from Mike, though. Top 15 there in 11th, just outside of the top 10. Gary May as well there in 12th, grabbing the top 15 here this evening. Paul Henley coming back there in 13th. Brian Wasserman grabbing 14th here, and running out the top 15, our pole sitter, Rafe Slate, here this evening.
Blair Patterson with a difficult night in 16th, 1 lap down. Bryce Senesac in 17th, also 1 lap down. Drew in 18th, finishing that 22, getting back to about 18th position after that last wreck. Ryan Swan in 19th position, and Chase Johnson in the 03 car, rounding out your top 20.
All right, Kyle Sieg, 21st. William Hartman, tough break there in 22nd. Timothy Zayas, 23rd. Jacob Manning, 24th. 25th, going to be Michael Aldrich.
And 26 was John Domino, 2 laps down. Jim Duda also 2 laps down in 27th, and rounding out your field is David Elliott in the 42 car in 28th position.
Tough break for David Elliott, and of course, everybody that finished laps down. Of course, it is Daytona. It
Absolutely.
does happen.
Yep.
So, man.
I think the big takeaway is nobody was more than 5 laps down. Nobody gave up on this race, and they all thought they had a shot. So kudos to the field for sticking through with it till the end.
I'm seeing 1 lap from Blair Patterson all the way back to David Elliott, 2 laps.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody gave up at all, and you can't give up. I mean, at a track like this, if you've got unlimited things, with mistakes, you can't give up.
Exactly.
It is round 1, folks. We've got still, our admins getting used to things, setting everything up. So, man, tough job by all the admins. So, this was an awesome race, Ryan. I mean, finishing it under regulation, you can't ask for anything better than a big wreck under GWC, but it did not happen here tonight.
Yeah, and quite honestly, it was good to have a green flag finish under regulation. I mean, like I said, they put on a show. It was absolutely a great finish. So
yes, they did. I'm gonna kind of pull it back here a little bit, and we're gonna kind of see here what happened here behind the finish, because that's what we're on. I mean, you can see I mean, we're 4, 5 wide, 4 wide, 3 wide, mostly. But I mean, that was a heck of a finish.
Absolutely. And I think the 44 got under Darren Bruce and got turned sideways there. It was looking like. I'm trying to see what happened farther back. I think Michael Thwaites was involved in this little kerfuffle, if you want to call it that, kerfuffle. Trying to see here. It looks like he started spinning, and everybody checked up. And it was after the finish he got up into his teammate Gary May, and then there was just a bit of another kerfuffle.
Alrighty, well, I do appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight. 18 likes, we got 6 still watching here, 2 shy from 20 likes. You guys, of course, crush the 15 likes here tonight, as you all do. A big shout out to, of course, RB Custom Rigs. Rick Bell, you in a market for a computer, upgrades, whatever. Check him out, RB Custom Rigs on Facebook. A big shout out to Rick Donathan out there for putting on an awesome league here over at ExtremeMotorsports99.com. And of course, our admins here tonight, Scott Ramler, Jake Bustos, and we did have, I believe it was Kyle Knapp Sr., or no, Jeremy Knapp.
Yes.
Yeah, Jeremy Knapp up there, in the admin tower, maybe trying to get a feel for things. A big shout out to all 3 of them, and of course, all the fans out there tuning in. And Ryan, well, thank you, bud, again, for coming on board here for Extreme in the Xfinity Series, man. Thank you so much.
Of course, I'd love to be here, and I'm looking forward to the rest of this season.
Well, Darlington next week, so that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, for sure. And well, I mean, it'll be a whole nother type of interesting, but
oh yes,
I'm looking forward to it nonetheless.
Yeah, it's going to be some, I wouldn't say short track racing. It's going to be maybe speedway racing, but it's going to be a different type of speedway racing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're going to be all over the place, folks. Stay tuned. Round number 2 next week for the RV Custom Rigs Xfinity Series right here on MaxspeedTV with myself, Joshua Medlock, Ryan Branshaw. But tomorrow night, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, the Rick Motec Cup Series. Well, we're going to unload the Cup cars right here at Daytona. You don't want to miss it because it's going to be interesting in itself. Thank you all here tonight. Until then, stay safe and have a good night.